After 5 months of development, I dropped my western shooter game Bargain Irons. It has been an amazing time, but I can no longer work on it. Why and what does it mean? If you are new to my channel, Bargain Irons was the game I had been developing since June 2021 for 5 months. I had ambitious plans on it too. So let's get straight to the point. Why did I drop it? The answer is simple. The game wasn't interesting. Look, the game was fun and decently good looking. There were a lot of nice features too, but the design was broken. I was adding new features and content while there was no core, no golden nugget you would love the game for. I didn't have a gripping story nor a challenging gameplay, not even some kind of progression system. Nothing that would hold you playing for longer than 5 minutes. You see, I made a mistake when I thought that the game will automatically become better when I expand it, but it only catalyzed the existing problems since the initial game design issues were left unsolved. You may ask a reasonable question, then why didn't I fix these issues? It does sound like all I had to do was to add some kind of progression and that all would be alright. However, it's easier said than done. The problem is that the further you get into development, the more difficult it becomes to replace the foundation of this project. Think of it like a building. You cannot replace the foundation without removing the walls. And in my case, Bargain Irons was so far in the development that changing its core design would mean remaking a huge part of the game from the ground up. So rather than running in this hamster wheel, I decided it would be better if I dropped Bargain Irons altogether. Do I feel any shame? No. Even 4 months ago I would say to myself that I'll finish this project in whichever state it will be. Honestly, I wanted to give up on this project, but I made a decision I won't. I thought it was a matter of my honor in some way to not scrap something I had promised to finish. But now I see that there is no point in doing so. Don't get me wrong, I admire the ability to follow through, but in my case, there was no point in doing so. The game would probably stay undiscovered after I've put so much time and effort to make it happen. A powerful realization came to me on Friday, November 12th. If I drop Bargain Irons and do something more impactful in return, then there is no shame in doing so. And honestly, that was the only valid reason that finally convinced me to quit the project. I think that a part of being truly wise is not only at knowing when to carry on, but also to know when to stop and move on. For months now, I wanted to make a new gem game, to study Godot better, to have more time for my life and other personal projects, and at the end of the day, maybe even read all those psychology and philosophy books I bought. Now, imagine me sharing all this knowledge and experience with you. Doesn't it sound better than some mediocre game and a few devils about it? And what does it mean? As I have stopped working on Bargain Irons and most of the work for Godot Gem is behind, now I have far more free time. What it means is that I can learn new stuff, make new stuff, and share new stuff with you one way or another, from my channel to Twitter to my newsletter. By the way, have you already subscribed to my newsletter? If you haven't still, you can do so at improveyourworkflow.gogodogem.com and get my guide Improve Your Workflow 10 Tips for free. And speaking of Godot, I have already learned a few things, steering behaviors and tactical RPG movement by GD Quest, 2D joins, and even using parallel noise for generating height maps. And let me tell you, it feels amazing to get to learn new stuff. I feel refreshed and unstuck. The story of me and Bargain Irons is something I remember for a long time. There were a lot of emotions behind the scenes, and although I have never really shown them to you, it doesn't mean they were of no value. And there were a lot of experience too. I had to learn to schedule my day, and speaking of that, Sunsama helped me a lot with that. I have been already using it for months and I loved it. Sunsama is a daily planning tool allowing to schedule your day, week and even month. It helped me save dozens of hours for what is important, and I confirm that it will help you as well. Go to get.sunsama.com/a/john to sign up for a free account and get a 2-week free trial to start saving your time today. Thank you Sunsama for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. I guess that now, apart from being officially a game developer, I'm also now an artist who doesn't finish some of his projects. But jokes aside, that was quite interesting. Although I did not publish this game, I did make all of those spin-off tutorials and devlogs and live streams I promised to make. If it was good to know, it wasn't for nothing. But that's enough for now. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share and subscribe. It was Ives, and until next time.